Hello everyone, and I'm going to talk today a little bit more about why your soul mission is not having the impact that you truly desire, and how you want to get this out into the world and share it with others. And I've got 3 tips for you as to how you can really change this, how you can go out there and have a bigger impact in the world, how you can share your soul mission with those that are around you. So stay tuned, and if you're watching live, then give us a wave. If you're watching the replay, type #replay, and just let me know if you have any questions, if anything comes up for you that really is not working for you right now in getting your soul mission out into the world, of really being visible in the world. I'm going to give you those 3 tips shortly. So don't despair. You've got this, we've got this. There are ways that you can get out there and you can do this, and you can share everything out in the world that you really do want to do. So this for me is about being the embodied soul. This is about really connecting innately with who you are at soul level, about really sharing your gifts, shining brightly, and really standing in your power, because it really it can feel big. You can have a soul mission that feels really big. So share in the comments below, what is your soul mission? What are you here to do? What are you here to have an impact? What do you feel you're not having the impact that you truly desire? Because you know that you are here for bigger things. You know that you are here to have an impact in the world, that you are here to create and ripple out change in the world through the work that you're doing. You're a practitioner, you're a healer, you're a coach. You are already doing it. So how do you want to do that? What is your soul mission? For me, it feels quite bold, it feels quite big to share it, but for me, I really want to have an impact and to touch 1,000,000 souls with the magic of the Akashic Record, to really supporting them to feel into the magic of the Akashic Record, release past life experiences that have been standing in their way, and also to shine brightly as who they are. That is what the embodied soul for me is all about, is about really allowing us to stand in our power, stand in our gifts, own our gifts, and share it out into the world. So over the years of working on my soul mission, there are 3 things that have really kept me grounded, growing, expanding, and heading towards more and more towards it. And for me, having such a big soul mission, it feels like sometimes it's quite unattainable. But for my clients who have a big soul mission as well, they are really living by these 3 things as well. So someone's asking, how do you know if you have a soul mission? It is a calling. It is something deeply within you. It's a nudge. Something that will not stay quiet within you, that you have to get out there and express. That everything you try to do to ignore it, it still keeps coming back to you. You know that you're here to step forward. You know that you're here to create a change, positive impact in change. So soul mission is around really allowing and supporting positive change on the planet. Now, that can show up as shifting human consciousness. That is, we are clearly shifting very quickly, very rapidly. But it's like, how are we evolving as a human species to step away from the old paradigm that keeps us small, hidden, stuck, lost, powerless? And how do we step into our power? It can also be something around the environment. So something that you feel like guided to protect the environment somehow, or that it's around people, small communities, people that need support and guidance, and that you're there to do that. So it is a calling. It is something that will not stay quiet. So great question. Thank you for asking me that. So here are the 3 things that have really supported me. They are, firstly, and I'll go into each one of these more deeply. The first one is about commitment and longevity and leaving a legacy. The second one really is about community and networking and being part of something bigger. And the third one is all around visibility, being out there, and stop playing it small. We have to get out there. If you've got a soul mission and it's big, you have to get out there. So going back to the first one, this is really all about longevity, commitment to that longevity, and the legacy. We are here for it all. We're here to do it. You know that, you are feeling it, you're being called, but you don't know perhaps how to do it. We have to let go of the rush. This is the real big thing for me, is that we feel impatient. We have been told that we don't get to succeed unless we do it quickly. We put all our effort in and we go for it, and we succeed at it tomorrow. Now, if you think about my soul mission, and share with me in the comments what yours is. If you think about my soul mission to reach 1 million lives with the Akashic record, 1 million souls with the Akashic record, how on earth am I going to do that? Like, how am I going to do that in a week, a month, a year, 10 years? Now, it's a ripple effect. So it's already happening and it's already started, but there is no rush to get it finished. And I think for me, in terms of the longevity and the legacy, it really is about understanding truly from my heart that I might not accomplish it in this lifetime. I may not accomplish it in this lifetime, but there is a ripple effect that happens. I touch a soul's life. I touch a human's life in the work that I'm doing. They have an Akashic reading with me. It changes something about their life so profoundly, and then they go on to change somebody else's life. They share something that they're doing differently. They embody a different way of being. They embody a different way, a belief system that empowers them. They start to live from a more empowered place, embodied in who they are at soul level. They shine more brightly, and as a result, someone else's life changes. That is already two people's lives that are impacted, even though I might think it's only one. And so the ripple continues. I do group work where I'm touching 10, 20, 30, 40 people's lives at once. People who watch my YouTube videos and watch them 5 years after they've been created. That is having a ripple effect. We don't always see the instant gratification, the instant results, the instant evidence that we're on the way to doing it. It's a belief, it's a knowing that actually we are already on the journey, we are already on the way, and there is nothing more that you have to do other than keep taking one step forward and keep moving forward. You are already doing it. Through the conversations that you're having, through the one client that you have, the 10 clients that you have, the 20 clients, the 30 clients. And by rippling this out, the world is already different. You are already impacting the world in a very different way. It's huge. It really, truly is huge. So never underestimate the ripple effect of what you're having. If you change one thing about how you contribute to the collective, your belief system, that changes everything. You are already changing the universe. The universe is already different. The universe is already, you're vibrating at a new frequency because you hold a new frequency. You've expanded, you've grown, you've elevated to something new and different. So when you do that, you're already emitting a different frequency out into the universe, and the universe is already different. So the change, the shift, the legacy, it's already taking place. And it will continue and continue the more you step up. It is okay to wobble. I have to say that I think that is the biggest part of it all, that we are not here to prove anything to ourselves, prove anything to the universe, and that we have to, our mission is there to exhaust us, to make sure we work hard at it, that we don't have the life and joy that we want. Take a moment if you're wobbling. Take a moment if you're wobbling. It's fine. Pick yourself up. And then that brings me to the second point that is absolutely crucial to succeeding in your soul mission and having a bigger impact, and that is community and network. Because when we wobble, because we will, I've wobbled countless times. There are a number of times that I've sort of thought to myself, right, I'm ready to give this up. I can't see the evidence. I don't know what's going on. Am I on the right path? All the doubt of the human mind comes in, the ego, to kind of derail us. And so the community is what keeps me in check. And just see a couple of comments. I'm just going to, I was meant to hear this today. Yes, you were. Thank you for being here with me. This is really, truly, truly it. So I think my soul mission is to help addicts. I separated from a job that was, it was in the field for love, and I feel I did the wrong thing. Just explain to me, you're here to help addicts, but you've separated from the job. I don't quite understand that. So you're here to help addicts. You can do that in so many different ways. The job doesn't mean it's the only exclusive way that you can do that, if I've understood that correctly. You can do this in so many different ways. This is the beauty of it. This really, truly is the beauty of it. You are already doing it. You've already sprinkled your magic. But being part of your community and being alongside other soul leaders, other people who are here when you wobble, to hold your hand, grab your hand, it's a co-creation. We are all contributing to the change and the shift that's happening on this planet right now. And so when you wobble, it's not you've done anything wrong. It's not that you've taken a wrong turn. It's not that you're not doing it right. It's just that you need to grab someone's hand. That is leading the way. And when they wobble, you have got this. You're standing in your power. You are moving forwards and you can show them the way. This is the co-creation element, but I call it co-evolution. We are co-evolving as we do that. It is not just about saying that we've got our sisters and brothers' backs and that we're here for each other and then still sitting in the judgment of they're doing it right, they're doing it wrong. This is a whole new level of leadership, a whole new level of standing up and living into the practice of that we are all equal. We are all equal and that we are all unique and that we are all doing things in different ways. And when you are wobbling, you will need someone who thinks differently to you to support your next level of evolution and growth and your next level. This is leaders leading leaders, without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt. So celebrate each other for being different. Like, have a song and dance for your sisters and your brothers who are doing this work. We are not here to get it only right. We are here to wobble, to get it wrong so that we can learn how to co-evolve together and support each other in this. There is a process to the wobbling. It's not about getting it right and that having it perfect is the only way. We are creating a new frame of reference and new frame of leadership and networking and sisters and brothers standing together and community because we are all creating it together. This is the beauty of it. This is how we have a bigger impact in our communities, in our impact, in our soul mission. It's like you are not here to walk this journey alone. We are going so quickly and we need the support of others to support us in that journey. So who have you got around you? Who have you got around you that you know without a shadow of a doubt that they'll support you? No matter what you're wobbling around, what you're doubting, they will support you without a shadow of a doubt. So this is why for me it's so important to have a community aspect to my practitioner course, that we really are here together, that we can have, I've just got off a call in our expansion circle, that we are having powerful, expansive conversations that show us that there's other ways of doing things. Oh, yeah. Community seems to be a rare thing these days. Yes, I agree. Community in its truest essence. There are lots of people who are doing community, but I still feel that they have a very hierarchical role. There is not this sense of we are all celebrating each other wherever we are at in the journey, that we are meeting our brothers and sisters exactly where they're at, and that it is all perfect. We are still shooting each other into doing things right, wrong. I've got all the answers. I know the only way. The true element of co-creation and co-evolution in community is that we are walking this journey together. We haven't got all the answers. No one has yet, because we're creating something new. This is the beauty of it. And in my communities, it is all about holding each other in that space, having powerful conversations, that we haven't all got it right. We haven't got it all sussed, that we don't all have the answers quite yet. We're figuring it out as we go along, but we are working it out together. So this really brings me to the third point around being truly, truly visible. Like, this is how we need to step up. We need to feel safe. We need to feel grounded in what we are sharing with the world, not to do it from a place of fear, lack, inferiority. I haven't got it right. I haven't got all the answers. And we're waiting for the right and perfect time to get out there and be visible. We have to get out there and be visible now. This is truly the third important element of it. It is going to be scary. That we have such a strong soul memory of past history where it was not safe to be visible. It was not safe to speak up and be different from other people. We still hold this in our soul DNA. We hold this memory that it's not safe, because if we spoke up about spirituality, if we spoke up about doing things differently, then we were burnt at the stake. We were ridiculed. We were imprisoned. We were muted. We were told that we couldn't do it, or we were murdered or killed, or we were outed from our community, or we were ridiculed. And this still goes on in some places in the world. For the vast majority of us, we can have freedom of speech. We can speak up into these, but we have to let go of the memory, the soul memory of it's not safe. And we have to find a way to anchor ourselves in safety in order to be visible, to speak from our heart, to speak from a place of authenticity, our truth, and just to bring people in and say, hey, this is one way to do it. Let's find a way to do it. And this is where the second part, the networking and the community element of what I just talked about is so, so important. And doing community in new and different ways and finding ways to do that. So as we become more visible, what we are doing is we are shifting forward on the collective mission, the collective evolution, the way that we are looking to change in humanity. So there is no obligation to do any of this. We have to stop shoulding ourselves, having to say that we should be doing it, we should be doing it perfectly. It's like it's the calling, it comes from within. It's like what you want to be birthed in. So let me know if you've got questions. There's quite a lot of people watching, which is amazing. Thank you for joining me here. But we have an obligation to get out there, to speak up about what we are sharing with the world. Hiding, staying small is not part of it. It is challenging. I totally get it. From someone who hated being in front of the camera, I now love it. I enjoy speaking up about it, and I don't aim to have everybody love me and to like me and to agree with me. I love to have a conversation about, what is it I believe? Like, how can we come onto the same page? How can you shift my perspective? This, I think, is the part of being a good teacher. A good spiritual teacher is to say, I don't have all the answers. I don't know it all. I haven't got the only way. I trust in your wisdom. I trust in your knowledge. I trust in your gifts and what you're here to do. And I will learn from you as well. And this is the beauty of really being together and to really being visible and to standing up for what you believe in and what you want to ripple more out into the world. Being visible is a must to having a bigger impact with your soul mission, reaching more people, sharing this with the world and getting out there. For me, there is one thing that underpins all of these three things, which is fun. We get to have a joyous life. And I did pick a card in my group just 20 minutes ago, and the card was joy. And it really reiterates for me that this is about having a joyous life. It is about stepping up, speaking up, but it is also about knowing how to tap into the frequency of joy, love, connection, and also to enjoy life. Like, we are here to have a fun life, a big life, and we are here to reap the rewards of that. Speaking our truth. Hi, Sunny. Speaking our truth from the heart is most liberating, isn't it just? And I know that you're doing that for sure. So that really underpins it. So for me, as I'll just recap, the first important thing to having a bigger impact in our mission is really about the second one is having fun, but the first one is about longevity and commitment, staying committed to your soul mission, that you will have times when you wobble, finding your community to hold your hand and keep moving you forward. And then the third thing is really start owning your gifts, start being out there, sharing what you know and what is going to help and support people. Stop staying quiet. You don't have to get out on video all the time, but there are different ways that you can be that, but you need to speak up for your truth. So this for me is really about becoming the embodied soul. This is really about living a truth into your legacy and what you're here to share with the world in this lifetime. This is the powerful work we are being called to do. You will know it in your heart if you have a soul calling, if you have a soul mission. Doesn't matter what stage you are on that journey, know that you have already started it. All the wisdom, all the knowledge, everything you bring to the table is a part of that, is going to support you on the journey. There is no beginning. You are in it already. So start to find your community, start to commit to the longevity. You don't have to do it all right now, and get out there and start speaking to people in ways that make you feel safe, feel grounded, and feel connected to share more of this with you. Now, I have a short video over on my page, comment video, below, and I'll send you the video which will explain all about the accredited Akashic Practitioner course, The Embodied Soul. This is what we are learning over on that course, is how to be embodied in your own soul gifts, in your soul mission, to be able to get that out there by sprinkling and supporting you and your clients in the Akashic Records. You get to do this work for yourself first and foremost. But if you are a practitioner and you want to know more about how to become the embodied soul practitioner, then comment video below. I will send you the video so you can hear all about the course. I've just released it. I'm very excited about it. It really does encapsulate all of these energies that I have just talked about. And if you've got any questions about the embodied soul, the practitioner course, then just send me a DM, send me a voice note. I love to receive a voice note. I love to have conversations with people, and to answer any questions that you have to make sure it's the right course for you. Keep an eye out. There are other things that are coming in the month of October, and I will post them here. If you're not following me already, please follow me. Please share a comment. Let me know what your questions are, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Lots of love. Go out there. Be connected to your network. Be committed to your legacy and what you are creating and rippling out into the world, and be visible. Let people know the amazing, amazing thing that you are doing. Thank you for joining me. I've really enjoyed it.